Power to the truth. My name is Peter S. Lopez, Acapita de Aztlán. This video is entitled Open Invitation to CASA. CASA is Spanish for house or home. I am the coordinator for a small ministry where we have weekly meetings at the local Sally's, what we call Sally's, otherwise known as Salvation Army. It's an emergency shelter for homeless people in the Sacramento area, and our meetings are Sundays at 7 p.m. 1200 North B Street in Sacramento, California. I myself am a recovered dope fiend, a recovered drunk, and I am formerly homeless. Now I have a room in a downtown hotel, and I'm on SSI based upon a mental health diagnosis. So I try to use my time to work on my own spiritual growth and spiritual enlightenment. Before at Salvation Army, I was a case manager and counselor. So I remain interested in helping people, and in the process helping myself to evolve as a humane being. I love the travel sets because they have helped to build up my character. And I'm not a fanatic about being a Christian. I was raised Catholic. I'm not a fanatic about being in recovery. I allow myself, if I want, to have a beer if I want. So far I haven't. My sobriety date is June 24, 2004, off getting drunk. I got over 12 years off shooting up meth. Not good, shooting up meth. So I look at the big picture where I consider this whole society, if not the world, this whole society is addicted. We're strung out on oil. We're strung out on other addictions. So people are strung out on hate. You know, so there are other addictions besides being a dope addict. So be humble. You know, you may not be all that. You know, if you don't have any alcohol, drug issues, more power to you. But understand that many do. Understand that the USA has the largest percentage of diagnosed bipolar people in the world. Factor into that the idea that we here in the USA tend to get diagnosed more. And we're generally going to be offered or prescribed prescription drugs to help with the big drug pharmaceutical industry. Another big addiction that America has is an addiction to greed. Greed is a character defect. So I'm into what I call progressive recovery, where I support progressive causes, progressive issues, and I condemn the fascist U.S. war on drugs. Thousands of people have been killed, thousands in Mexico, around the whole war on drugs, and the killings related to the Mexican cartels. Keeping in mind that here in the USA, we're the biggest dope fiends in the world. The U.S. consumes more drugs than all other countries in the world. We got some serious issues in this country. This country may even degenerate into a civil war, because we got some beautiful, strong, progressive people, humane people, and we got some really evil, degenerated people. The USA is the most complex society in human history, subjected to the most brainwashing, fascist propaganda of any people in all of human history. So it should be no big surprise that we have issues. Forgive me, I have a tendency to kind of lecture. Sometimes I get scattered. I want just to make sure that you understand that this is not just about, dope fiends or what have you. This is about healing ourselves, healing the sick, twisted, depraved, racist, decaying, dysfunctional society. This country is in severe trouble. We have a mass general population that reminds me of the German population, in pre-Nazi Germany and during Nazi Germany. We have a majority of white people, majority of whom are racist, or at least they're subconsciously racist, who have learned to a degree, have learned to accept a so-called black president, who I don't really consider him black. Obama, to me, he's a traitor, he's a fascist, so I'm not a Obama bot. I'm glad he won over McCain. He was the lesser of two evils. That's the last time that I'll vote that way. This last presidential election, I voted for Jill Stein. So I see my recovery, I feel that I'm basically recovered, but I see the whole recovery process as a kind of movement, and I relate it to other liberation movements in the world too. So I'm not trying to recruit people into joining this or that. At this point, considering how passive and asleep and disinterested the American people are to their own potential extinction. You know, I mainly work on myself, and I help others along the way as I can. So feel free to come check out our CASA meetings every Sunday at 7 p.m. And thank you for your time and attention. And I pray that the Lord always makes me a man who questions, who does not blindly accept any authority. Namaste.